Downtown Alpharetta, beautiful downtown Alpharetta. So for those of you that don't know, most everyone in the world knows about Atlanta. They've heard of Alpharetta. Everybody's heard of Alpharetta. If you watch TV, you know what Alpharetta is. There's a lot of celebrities that live here. It's upper echelon of Atlanta. When I lived in Roswell, I used to do a lot of work. I worked all over the place around here, right? We're in Atlanta, and we're on the border, Alpharetta and the border of Milton, okay? Those know the TV show, something Chris Lee, Leave It to Chris Lee or something. This rich couple, and the guy's pretty much gay. He talks and looks and acts gay. Heart makes you wonder. Well, Mr. Chris Lee, if you don't know, is getting sued. He's got a big lawsuit going on. Tax evasion, all this shiesty, thing that rich people do. He's in big trouble for it. Looking at like 7 years in prison, a couple of years in prison over it. So you can look that up. I get all this local news. So, I hear all the tidbits about everything going on in Atlanta. So, like I said, I'm in Alpharetta right now, and this is all trivial. When I got thrown out here in Roswell, I'm in Roswell. Alpharetta is right on the border of each other. I'm now actually in Roswell, but they consider this Alpharetta that I literally just passed. My wife used to work at this Publix right here, and she used to walk 2.5 miles all the way to our hotel every day. Honest to God. So she could have taken the bus, but she didn't like it, didn't want to. There's a lot of weirdos on the bus. People hit on her and stuff. So she would walk, okay, right here at this intersection, there's a Publix. That's where she worked. Keep on talking. I'm going to show you how far she walked. She walked all this to the left. All these cars we passed, she used to walk all that for the few years while we struggled and while I was in jail. And rain didn't matter. She would have people drive by right in through here and splash, water on her and all that. Went through hell herself, bless her heart. Walked all this, all the way to the hotel that I spoke of is up here a couple of miles. Another mile and a half, 2 miles. So these are trivial days. Of course, 9/11, a lot of shit went down, as I've discussed here. And so I forgot a lot of bits and pieces. So a lot of you know, and most of you don't have any clue on some of the stuff that I've talked about, like the part over health-wise. We both had gone through health issues, right? I hope it's not backwards. Yeah, I'm smoking right now. My wife clinically died twice last year. Hopefully I don't have to repeat myself. I will anyways. And I love to hear myself talk, obviously. My wife died twice last year. They sent her home from the hospital after having her, first she had her I think she had something, her gallbladder removed and her thyroid. I think it was the gallbladder. They sent her home, and she started puking bile now. When you puke the bile, you're on your death, you're dying. She was literally dying, and I took her back to the hospital, and they told us that she was going through major organ failure, and she was dying. I had taken her back. She had been in the hospital for several days, came home, went right back. When she came home, I took sleeping pills. So when I took her back and dropped her off, didn't think it was that big, that serious. As soon as I get home, the hospital calls me, tells me she's having major organ failure, she's dying. Hurry up there. This could be her last moments. She was, like I said, she was going through major organ failure. She was dying. She was puking up bile. And did that, and they come to us after a couple of hours of thinking this and told us they were sorry. There was a mistake had been made, but there was no mistake about her puking up bile. And the doctor said something along the lines of, I don't know who your higher power is, something along those lines, but somebody's looking after you. Somebody's watching out for you. I had forgotten about all this. My wife just posted something along these lines on Facebook, is what made me remember. And so, if you do or don't know the deal, this is where I lived. I walked all this, my wife walked all this far. We still haven't even gone as far as she walked now. From back there a few miles where I said, the Publix, still got another 3/4 of a mile to get to where she walked every day. The hospital that I speak of, one that I went to then, and the one that I was passing when Eric was about to get his leg amputated, is right up here too. More crazy out there coincidence shit. We're right here, coincidentally, but you know, not crazy coincidentally. It's not that out there that I work, and I'm going to come through here. I just happen to come through here a little more often lately for some reason. Call it fate, call it what you will. So these are reminders, daily reminders. Well, the Facebook was my daily reminder when she talked about she died twice last year. Another time, I don't recall the exact. That's the only one I know. There's another one, and I don't know it I don't know the tidbits of it, so I'm gonna have to wait and let her tell the story. She almost died twice. On her other deal, they took out her whatchamacallit, and she had a tube sticking out of her neck that went into a ball, right? Into a suction cup. This is the hospital that I speak of. This is it. North Fulton Hospital. Diagonally across the street, on the other side of the road, is the hotel right here that I lived in. There's the Burger King. When the cops would, and that blue building right next to it was a car lot at the time, and that's where my boys used to hang out and terrorize the town. One time I came home, and right here at this intersection is where I said there was 30 police cars, 30 cops sitting there on the corner. I mean, it looked like some kind of cop convention. It was Colin and Zach shooting freaking airsoft guns at cars. So they don't put me through all kind of hell. This is the Burger King I talked about. It was right across the street, diagonally from the hotel. The hotel is straight that way, behind that blue building, down that road. Literally, like right there. So these are huge reminders of all the chaos. I moved into there when I was against my probation, and this parking lot right here is where I said and the Burger King parking lot is where I said I saw a white SUV chasing me around. It was wind up being the but you see how far that was? She used to walk that every day. This used to be this CarMax where I got my SUV from, etc., etc. While I was going against, I was out on bond. I wasn't supposed to be around my wife, so my family called and had a bondsman chasing me down. It was the white SUV in that park, going through those parking lots, searching for us. So I had to walk all this far. You see how far we've been going? You see this Taqueria Hot Wings right here? Used to be Spanish people owned and run that, and I used to park my car behind it and walk. I had to hide my car, had to hide. I knew, you know, I was breaking the law by us being together. So those were insane times, you know, dipping and dodging out on, like I said, had a bail bondsman chasing after me. Finally came to my parents' house and called me and told me I had to turn myself in. Or this, that, and the third. But, like I said, not just me, but my wife's got insane next level stories and coincidences, and I'm trying to get her to come out of her shell, and it's been hard. You know, she's nothing like me on a lot of things. You know, she's the polar opposite. Like, you know, they level me attention seeking, shit like that. Well, she's the complete opposite, right? She don't she don't want people's attention. She don't, she's not comfortable with people looking at her and staring at her and stuff. Makes her self-conscious. She had a rough childhood. Poor girl's been through the worst of the worst. That's all I can say on it. Literally, she's been through the worst of the worst a person can go through. She's been through it. I can't speak on it. It's not my story to speak on. So, here I am driving through here. This is the same spot I was yesterday when I did a video. I said I used to walk all the way to the Hooters, like another 2 miles from here. Stupid, crazy shit. I was in the, when John Bones Jones days, those were those days. So, a lot of madness went on here, and, more reminders as we're going through here. I was heavy on dope. It started to become heavy on dope, so I'm all the time in and out of all these parking lots doing dope in those days, snorting Roxy's before I got on heroin, and some before I got there. Before then, there was a few years that I didn't do anything, and me and my wife would go out and we'd hang out around here. This is even before I got a car. We would bus it down here, and there's Krispy Kreme right there, and there's a Mazio's or something, a sports bar we used to go eat at, go shoot pool at, sometimes on the weekends at night. And so they're good and bad reminders coming through here. But like I said, my wife's got insane, crazy-ass coincidence stories of her own that I'm trying to, help her talk about. Like I said, she died twice last year, literally. I died 3 years ago and was brought back. She's died twice, so if you do and don't know, once you have died and come back, you've crossed over is how it is put, is all I could tell you. I'm not going to go into all the details because they're personal and they're not mine, they're my wife's. But I can just tell you that once you've crossed over, your spiritual beings and angels and all that shit, it becomes very, it intensifies, okay? Proven fact of what I'm saying, I've got cats. Proven fact, cats can see vibrations and energy and stuff that we can't. My cats are all the time staring up at the ceiling and they're looking around, and it looks like they're looking at something, and they are. There's angels in the room. My wife's in there praying up a prayer storm day after day after day after day. And if you don't believe in it, believe in it. Somebody that's devout, religious person, Christian, reads the Bible all the time, has the Bible on the bed all the time. All she does is read the Bible and rewrite scripture, and everything she does is 9/10 about God and Jesus, and I admire her for it, Like I said, I used to frown upon it. Now I couldn't, I couldn't think any highlier of her than I do over it. So that's the good parts. So as for everything else, there's good and there's a bad. I'm on the daily now, trying to reevaluate this thing. Is there a chance in hell that I'm ever going to blow up without selling out, without taking the deal? It's only going to come from you guys. I'm only going to be able to do is all I can do. The rest is up to the public. The rest is up to people that are listening, you, the audience. You guys are going to make me or break me. I'm only going to go as far as you guys are going to allow me to. That's just a fact, If the however many of you, 30, 40 of you, felt like I did and pushed and worked at it towards I would grow a lot faster. I'm not blaming any of you. I am asking for your help, though. Please, where you see fit. And thank you, Dixie Richard Dowling, my best friend here. He's constantly always shooting me thoughts and ideas. Thank you. Man, you don't know how grateful I am for that. If and when I ever do make it, you people that have inspired me and helped me out and given me boosts and comments like you do, he's going to be the first one that's going to get blessed. When my blessings come, those that have helped and blessed me and given me words of of encouragement, you're going to be the first people I come to. The first people I'm going to bless. And if you don't think I'm either going to be wiped out by nuclear weapons in the next few years, or I'm going to blow up, period. Because there's going to come a point that I'm either going to blow up, or I'm going to see that there's no way I can blow up on my own, and I'm going to take the damn deal. That could happen in the near future. I'm not saying it's not. The more I rationally think day by day, I'm going to die one day sooner or later anyways. Why not live my best life? I constantly am thinking about that. Those offers I've got. $1 million, and you don't even know all of them. $1 million, $200K a month, two times or 2 weeks at it's a place that in California that they that Alex Jones supposedly went to, where all the elites, all the presidents hang out. What's that place called? 2 weeks there, promise a year. What's that place called? Can't think of the name of it. Maybe some of you can help me. Look that up. There's a place out in the woods where they do effigies. They do something. They worship a big, huge owl out in the woods, and only the elite go there. That's part of the package, to go and hang out there during the summer. That's insane. That's part of the deal that I forgot to mention. There's that. There's a month paid vacation anywhere in the world, a VIP package, some golfing thing. I'm not big into golf, but you know the elites are. Some golfing thing, free golfing, whatever, with the with the top dogs. You know, that doesn't attract me much, but to some maybe that does. VIP golf with the elites, free month vacation, mansion anywhere in the world, $200K, $1 million right off the rip, a $120,000 car. I mean, that's a mind blowing to me that I could make that happen within a few days. That's, you know, it's making me crazy, to tell you the truth. It's literally driving me insane. When I told my wife about it, I broke down and started crying, truthfully, because I was scared to death. They're gonna, you know, I'm either gonna sign the deal or they're gonna murk me. So when I broke down and told my wife, it's because I broke down and started crying. I couldn't hold it in that day. It was like a week ago, and I basically told her about it. She said, are you insane? Are you crazy? Stopped and looked for me. She goes, you are your worst enemy. Not the first time I've heard that in my life. I heard it all growing up from my parents, truthfully and honest. I am my own worst enemy. So she said that to me, and you know that burnt and hurt down inside. And she said, are you crazy? Are you insane? Think about it. I don't think so, but I don't know. You know, you tell me. Am I crazy? Am I insane? And what I tell you is not lies. So I would think a crazy, insane person would tell stuff that's not true. I don't tell anything that's not true. So somebody please help me out there. I need some friends. I need some other people's advice. You know, I can't just only go on what I think in my own mind. Some of you help, rest of you, you know, comment. Tell me what you think. Give me your opinion on some of this. I'm never claimed to be the smartest, brightest person in the world. I never claimed to know everything, to have all the answers and the facts. So that I'm truly, you know, I'm truly believe, you know, things happen for a reason, all this. And those of you that are here listening and watching, you're here for a reason too. So please, if you watch my videos, please chime in. Those of you that watch my videos, please chime in and let me know who you are. I got quite a few of you out there. I have no idea who you are. Okay, if you don't comment, there's no list that I see who subscribe. I have no idea who watches my videos. The only ones I know are the ones that drop a comment. Those are the only people I have any idea, and that's like 3 or 4 people. Very, very small for the type of content I've put out. I mean, I put it all out there. I put it all on the line for this thing, for this movement I'm trying to create, start, be the CEO of. Insane in the Membrane. So drop your comment. Please help where you can. As little and as of a nobody as you think you might be, you're bigger and greater than that. If you're right here watching this and you see this video, you're greater than that. Something brought you to why you're here. There's only 217 of you. Think of how many people in the world don't know this kind of cool shit. They have no idea that your life could be, you could manifest your life into something great. I'm doing it right now. I'm living my best life, even at the same time living my worst life. I'm dirty every day. I swing a hammer, I sweat. It's nothing that fantastic, admirable. But, I'm doing it. So you're here for a reason. So drop your comment. Help out where you can. Tell your mom, your grandma, your whatever. You have no idea what kind of impact you can make in this world by just supporting me. Can you imagine? Eventually, people are going to get wind, and this thing's going to get bigger than me. It's bound to happen, right? I got a wife that's a prayer warrior. It's in the Bible, talking to God and Jesus about me daily, on the regular. You don't think the people up above are in control of this world? You're sadly mistaken. I promise you they are. I promise you there's higher powers out there than us. I promise you that. I put it on everything. My coincidence, I've given you facts on facts on facts. You think I could have done that by myself? That, I created those coincidences? I didn't create none of them. They created me. Okay? How more 100 could I be than that? They have created me. Stay ADD. Please spread the message. Please tell your friend about me. Please tell your friend to comment. Please drop a comment and do what you can. You are a part of this thing, whether you realize it or not. Help me become bigger than life itself. Stay ADD.